I don't believe red pill is the male version of feminism. I think the manosphere is the male's version of feminism, where the overarching point of the manosphere is that men felt like they aren't being heard and they're fighting for things that they may want to go right in society or whatever. And then you have the red pill, which is just a subset group of the manosphere, which has its own beliefs, which is, you know what I mean? If you know what the red pill is, you'll know. And then there's a toxic subset of the red pill community. I don't know what the red pill version of feminism is. I don't think we ever coined the term for it. But I believe that that exists, and then there's a toxic version of that. I do believe that both of them started. I think the manosphere and feminism started in with their intentions in the right place and what they were trying to fight for. And then we have toxic subsets of both of those groups. That's why oftentimes when people like to talk about the red pill and they want to point fingers at the red pill, I'm like, but y'all, I'm like, if you just go on the internet, yes, the red pill largely exists on Twitter and on YouTube. But if you go on TikTok and Threads, you will see that the other side of that coin of women being just as toxic as the red pill people y'all claim to be toxic today. And so it's two sides. They're both two sides of the same coin. There's your version of it where everybody's heart is in the right place, and then you have a toxic aspect of it. And it exists not only in the red pill community, but it also exists in the feminist community. And all, like I said, all you got to do is go on TikTok and go on Instagram and Threads, and you will see it in spades.
All right.
I got one question because I'm just not educated on it, Sweeney. Um, is the
You have to remember these. Oh, she's gone. Never mind.
That's okay. Is the manosphere like an umbrella, and then all these pill colors are under it? Because I know, like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I really don't know. You know, it's like red pill under the manosphere, and I know pretty intellectuals talking about like black pill, and then they got a purple pill. I guess a brown pill. I don't know. Like, are all these pills different sectors?
Not really, because manosphere is basically just simply a space for men to be able to come together
To just communicate. That's what I thought initially when I got introduced.
And then red pill is not necessarily a subset group of the manosphere. It just so happened to be attached because men coined the term. Off of the Matrix,
right?
We kind of coined the term for it, which essentially is the truth. The red pill is literally just the truth of male and female nature in regards to dating. That's what it was birthed from.
Okay.
And then
what's the black pill? Do you know?
Black pill is basically the ideology that we're all cooked.
That we all through, you said?
Yeah. We're cooked. Basically the ideology that we're all cooked.
Okay.
Give up on life, pretty much.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Okay. And people sign up willingly for this mindset.
It's not necessarily that they sign up for it, but if you look at the progression of people,
I think MY got the permission slips.
Okay.
if you look at the progression of people, right, and you actually, because there's a black pill version of women. Like, if I can give you an example, black pill is essentially
like,
I guess you can call it Princella before her incident with another woman on the internet. That is the female version of black pill.
Cynthia G.
Who is
Cynthia G?
Cynthia G.
Cynthia G would be an example.
Person.
Sprinkle is more.
Who is Princella? I've never heard that name.
That's what I said. I don't know.
Shit. God damn.
And
you
gotta understand. Some people don't.
Her name's Princella, the Queen Maker, and she's like a stud who teaches women.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I've never heard of this person. I'm so
I don't understand. We different women. We don't be knowing these people.
But you know what? Now that they said the stud woman, I do know.
She's a stud. What does she do?
She's always talking. I've always seen her a part of the manosphere, and she's always talking to women and like men and saying like, you know, she talked down to men kind of, but then also down to women, like women need to learn their role. It's very. She's very masculine.
She talks down to women majoritively, pretty, yeah, and teaches women how to function with men.
With men,
right? But she's not with a man.
No, she's not. No, because she thinks she's a stud, that she thinks like a man, so she can teach women how to be with men, but she's not with men.
But
mental illness.
She was married.
No. That wasn't Princella.
It's out there.
Princella is talking is saying that way now because she's more black pilled now. Before she was I don't even know. I guess you could call it
like the lady on this panel tonight.
I wouldn't even say she was that. I can't necessarily say she was black pilled because she was still for women in a way. Like her whole ideology was literally separate men and women from each other. Like she felt like that was her ideology, is that women need to go get their own island over here, and the only thing men are good for is creating a baby and going to go build something over there, get the fuck away from us.
She was the one that said men can never really love. Like they're incapable
so
of
she was kind of like black pill towards men, but if I had but the definition of black pill would be kind of what she is now. Well, she basically saying all y'all are cooked. Like there's no coming back, there's no hope for humanity. The women are trash, the men are trash. Go ahead and pack this shit up. That's what black pill is.
Okay.
And chat, correct me if I'm getting this wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry we went on this tangent.
And then
pink pill is because I didn't know any of this. Really.
Yeah, then pink pill would be more like what's that lady name? The lady that the sprinkle lady.
Sprinkle woman.
Yeah. And then
I don't really watch her either. I only see clips of her from other people, like them talking about her.
Shira
7.
Shira 7.
And she's like an older woman that promotes women to only date men with money and to like
she's pink pill.
Okay. Ooh.
And then blue pill is basically you want to be lied to, and then red pill is the truth.
I've never seen her either. What do you have to do to get these people in your algorithm? Because
baby, you don't want
it. I don't want it all day. So these people do not pop up in my algorithm.
My algorithm.
They don't.
Do you follow the Shade Room?
Yeah, no, I don't follow the Shade Room.
I don't follow the Shade
Room.
I used to follow. I didn't follow all blogs like 2 years ago or something. I don't really follow.
All right, so this ain't old. I mean, this ain't new. This ain't just happened in the last year. So if you was following 2 years ago, you were seeing all that toxic relationship bullshit 2 years ago. This is especially if you follow the Shade Room. What's the other blog post? What the fuck is the name?
Lipstick Alley, Gossip.
Hip
Hop. And
if you follow any of that, you saw all of this because they are largely platforms that are dominantly followed by women.
I don't know. I never seen no Sprinkle or whoever the other person.
Lipstick Alley.
So I don't know. Like I said, maybe I scroll past those things, because I don't give a shit, to be honest. I'm one of those people that have never ever watched the episode of the Kardashians. Like I've never seen that show.
Never.
You know what I mean? So it's like I think that certain people, people get on social media and like JR said, y'all think that we have access to the same information and we don't. My daughter knows. She told me what 6, 7 was. Like I don't know these things, Jesus.
I just learned what that was.
I don't know. Okay.
What is it?
6, 7 where the kids do this.
Yeah.
What is it?
Last week. I knew nothing about it.
I find it absolutely tripped out. I find it absolutely tripped out that y'all know about Passport Bros. Y'all know about goddamn Manosphere. Y'all know about Red Pill, but y'all ain't never heard of Pink Pill. Cynthia G.
I've heard of Pink Pill. I just didn't know what it was.
My question to her is why.
Today, y'all just told me what Pink Pill was. I didn't even know there were pills besides red. I thought red was the only one.
Okay, so y'all are pursuing women for everything you're pursuing her for is because you need something from her. It doesn't matter if it's ego stroking, sex, family, baby, all that stuff. The only reason why we are even having this conversation is because the elites flip nature on its head and put all the resources into male control, forcing women into what you call hypergamy, which is not a natural state for a woman. That is actually a response to stimuli. Okay, so hypergamy is a response to this artificial creation that has happened. So when women, since women are nature's resources, when women have resources, they don't need men. Men typically need women to be destitute, okay, and broke and dumb in order to get their hands on them. So when women don't need that, they have no business allowing a man who has not developed himself, who actually needs her, to make it easy for him, to give him a place to stay, to give him sex, to give him all of these rewards that he should be earning. These women should not be dealing with those males. And
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree because
Of course you do.
because of the fact that if a
To men has been
to male hands, right? That man dominant. When shit needs to
vibe, shaking your ass, okay? Chantel, stop.
Shouldn't they? Look, he just
Sweeney, I was gonna say the only reason I was even introduced to her was actually by a man. That's the only reason.
That's the lady that we're talking about.
That's the woman. That's the woman. I was introduced to her by a man. I was introduced to the manosphere through a man. Like, that's the only reason I even knew what any of this stuff was because of the guy I date. And he was like, look at this video. Like, what you think about this? What you think about that? And so I would start watching it. And I actually got consumed in the manosphere a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It was very interesting to hear the take of men and their perception of women and what they date and stuff. Because, you know, me being in my own little bubble, it's information I didn't know. So for you to say, like, it's so crazy that we know about passport bros. I found out about passport bros through the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like, through a man. I wouldn't have known any of this scrolling on my regular algorithm. Okay? We found out about Jesus and motivation over here. That's what we focus on. And you might get a Sheen card and maybe some hair.
Period.
This is my algorithm.
If you obsess over social media, you're going to view the world in a way that's not beneficial to looking at it in a healthy manner. Because, like I said, they're going to push the negative on us more than they are the good. And if you think that on a daily basis, everyone is just complaining about each other, can't stand each other, hates each other, because that's what you see on social media, then maybe, you know, you should get more in touch with the people around you to get a better grip on what's actually happening. I don't think all married couples hate being married. I don't think all relationships are doomed and that dating culture is all bad, because there's people out there still doing it. So it must be something that's real. Is it difficult? Yeah, I'm sure finding your person could be difficult, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all men are bad or all women are bad. And like I said, it's about humanity, not masculine or feminine. I'm sticking to it. You can take your feminism and shove it wherever you want. It's about both of us because we need both of us.